Hello, this is Israel. I'm going to present about functions and styles of management. So these functions of management include planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. I will continue with the styles of management, which include directing, discussing, and delegating. So let me start with planning function. This planning function, this is where the manager is asked to define the goals and objectives of the organization. Afterward, this manager also creates the action plan that shows how different activities will be conducted in order to reach that goal. For instance, in the company, the manager is asked to find a way in which the company can use in order to increase the productivity level. With this, the manager can start by setting some goals to follow in order to achieve this expectation. So the second function is organizing. Organizing, this is where the manager is asked to bring together different resources and plan how those resources will be used among different employees. For instance, the manager here is asked to know what are those tasks to be conducted within the organization, and afterward knows also how to define and how to assign those tasks among different employees. By assigning those tasks among the employees, the manager also try to find what are the available resources and how can be also divided or distributed among those employees. Referring to the previous example I have given you, for instance, after knowing that there is a problem with the productivity level, the manager can start by saying what are the available resources you can use in order to perform different activities. With this also, the manager try to find out what are those tasks and responsibility to be divided into among the employees in order to reach this goal. So the third function is staffing. This staffing function, this is all about how can the manager choose the best fit of the organization. By saying this, I mean those employees who come to make a positive impact to the organization. Yeah, among the things that manager does here is to try to do job analysis, like know what kind of the job need to be done. Another thing is hiring people with enough skills and the needed skills within the organization. Additionally, the manager also provide trainings to those new employees as well as those other employees but who need different kinds of trainings. So after this staffing function, the manager also do the other function of leading. In this leading function, the manager perform different leadership activities, like he or she is required to perform his activity by showing leadership skills. Among the things he does is that he or she motivate the employees. She motivate the employees, encourage them, and inspire them when they are performing their activities. For instance, during the work activity, he can circulate among them to tell them about how they can perform their task well and motivate them in case it is needed. The final function is controlling. Controlling function, this can be incorporated or integrated in other functions since it deals with evaluation and see how different set goal, how different planned things are being done or are being accomplished. For instance, in this controlling function, the manager deals with checking whether the outcomes are being accomplished toward the planned goals. The other thing the manager does is setting the standards regarding the performance of employees and know if the employee performed well, what does he want to show. Another thing the manager does here is to evaluate the performance level of the employees by moving around them and know whether those employees are meeting the planned or the want, the needed standard of their work. So let me continue with the management style. Since I have talked about the management foundation, among those management style, I'm going to talk about the third one. Let me start with directing. Directing, as I said, it is the first one. This is the management style which deals with what to do. Like the manager is the one who tells the employee what to do, how to do it, and in which, for how long it is going to take them to perform that activities. It means that in directing function, the manager can do this, tell the employees what they have to do, how to do it, as well as the time it is going to take them to do it. So this directing has both advantages and disadvantages. For advantages, it provides precise and clear information to the employees, as the manager tells them what and how to perform different activities. Another advantage is that employees take initiative in decision making, because the manager only tells them what to do and how to do it, and them take initiative of applying what the manager has told them. But also this has the disadvantage side, where it is one-way communication. This is to mean that the employees, what they are asked to do is only to accept what the manager is telling them to do. Afterward, there is no quick or no immediate feedback of telling the manager whether they are going to perform those tasks. So they accept with no other feedback. The other thing about disadvantage is lower level of interaction. Yes, I said that here the manager tells the employee what to do and how to do it, and for how long it is going to take them. No other interaction. The other interaction is when those employees are coming to submit their final deliverables. So, for instance, in the situation where this directing style can be used, for instance, the company, which has a certain name, has got a new offer from its client, where they ask the company to provide them, to deliver them different services. For the manager, as he has received this offer, what the manager did is to try and know what those clients are asking to the company and know all those requirements. After knowing all those requirements from the client, the manager can use this directing style, whereby he or she goes to the employee and tell them what the clients are asking them to do, how to do it, and for how long the offer is going to take. So this directing style can work on this situation. So on the second style, which is discussing style, this is where the manager and employees sit and ask them questions and listen to the employees what also they tell him or tell her. For instance, some of the questions like what is our goal, when they sit together, some of the questions like this can be asked. What is the problem, in order to know which kind of the problem they are going to solve. Why are we doing this? So this is the kind of question that can be asked. This also has pros and cons, but on the side of pros, which is the side of advantages, it improves collaboration, decision making, because as I said, this is the style where the manager asks the question to the employees and also listen to them what they tell him. So it means there is a collaboration between employee and manager. It also encourages critical thinking. This is because by asking them questions, they try to find out the answer. In this process, they think critically in order to give appropriate answers. It also enhances feedback through two-way or multiple way. Like the employee receive feedback from the manager, and also the manager receive feedback from the employees. On the side of disadvantages, there is delay in decision making because it takes long for the employee, for the manager to receive all the answers from the employees, and also by asking them questions, it can take a long time because many other questions may arise other than what the manager has planned. It is also time consuming since it takes long. Also, some activities might delay, and the time that was supposed to be used get to be long. So, in the situation where this can be appropriate, for instance, there is a problem in the company where their earning, their revenue is dropping. So the number of customers they were receiving are reducing by 4%. With this, there is a problem, and they are asking to know how can this problem be solved. Since this is the problem that regards to the whole organization, to the whole company, both employees and manager have to sit together and find the appropriate solution to this. So he, as the manager, can go sit with the employee and ask them different questions and listen to them about what they suggest to be the solutions for this problem. So the last style is delegating. This delegating means like the manager try to assign to direct different tasks to the employees and leave them to perform those tasks. For instance, the manager direct and discuss the needs the employee needs to accomplish and its due time. And also the manager tells the employees what to do, and the employee take actions by themselves. It means there is no further supervision during their work. It has both advantages and disadvantages. For disadvantage side, it builds confidence in the employees. As I said, the employees take actions in their work without the supervision assistance of the manager. Also, there is a recognition of employees for their better performance. Since they do all the things individually, they also recognize their better performance. Also, this encourages self-coaching because the employees get to become resourceful because they are the one to take action in each and every task they are given. On the side of cons or disadvantages, delegating is more about it involves low level of coaching from the manager because manager doesn't work with them when they are performing their task. Communication also is kind of one way because what the employees need to do is to receive the information, direction of what to do, and the task they are assigned to. No further information. Each and everything they have to do it by their own. Low level of collaboration also, because each individual is given his task, so he or she has to find a way to deal with it individually. So no collaboration among themselves because each and everyone can't have to do his work individually. So on the side of the scenario or the situation where this can be useful, for instance, in the company there are employees who were working for it in 3 years in the same service, which is customer care service. So they are experienced and they have enough skills in serving customers with a good care, and also each and everything related to this field they are aware of it. So there are new offers related with regarding this field where the manager is asked to serve different clients and receive them appropriately. So the manager also is planning to go outside abroad for trainings. In this situation, since the manager is not available and also there is some new offers or new requirement that require the employees to perform the task individually, the manager can delegate them this task. Since they have enough skills, since they are experienced in this field, they can perform them without any assistance from the manager. It means this delegating can be appropriate in this situation. So these are the links that we have used. One can go through them and find out which one can be very helpful and know more information about what I have presented. So thank you for your kind attention.